Hola, amigas. Let's make champurrado. So we're going to start off with 8 to 10 cups of water, and we're going to add 5 small piloncillos or 1 large one, whatever you have. Or you can use dark brown sugar. 2 cinnamon sticks. You cannot use ground cinnamon. You have to use cinnamon sticks, and you're going to boil that until it turns dark. Once it turns dark, you're going to add 1 tablet of Mexican hot chocolate. I'm using my favorite brand, Ibarra. You can also use a large bar of dark chocolate. It's not as delicious, but it works. All right, now we're going to make the masa batter. We're going to use maseca and 1 cup, half a cup of maseca and 1 cup of water. We're going to mix it until it dissolves and becomes like a not too thick, not too thin pancake batter. It took me a little while to do it because my masa was just drying out the mixture. So I had to add more water. You'll see me add more water here in a minute. Really quick, a little history about champurrado. So champurrado is a typical hot beverage served during the holidays mostly, or served to lactating moms during their cuarentena, which is the 40 days after you have your baby, to produce more milk. Typically, you can drink it alone with tamales or with your favorite little cookies, especially the galletas Maria. Those smack. Or pan dulce. I ended up drinking mine with my pan de muertos tonight. So, yes. So here I am mixing, dissolving all that maseca powder into that water and trying to get that perfect consistency, which I ended up getting. Yes, I did. Here I am mixing. Just keep mixing. Mix. All right. Well, once we've got that perfect consistency, we're going to get ready to add the next ingredient. Also, make sure your water's boiling. You don't have to mix it because you haven't added the milk. But once it comes to a boil, we're going to add 1 can of condensed milk. I'm using the Lechera brand again because that's the brand my grandma would probably use, right? All right, so we're going to mix that condensed milk in there and make sure you get every little drop of condensed milk. There we go. Yum. So good. And you're going to keep mixing it until those ingredients come to a soft boil. You're kind of letting every ingredient come to a boil together and incorporate well before you add the next ingredient. So you'll see that here in a few minutes. And make sure you get helpers. Get your man, get your Sancho, get his wife, and get her Sancho to come help you mix because you're going to get tired. Now we're going to add 1 whole can of evaporated milk. The evaporated milk, again, you want to shake it before you punch the little holes in it because sometimes the little milk just separates in the can. I don't know why it does that, but it does. And you're going to keep mixing again until it comes to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, you're going to add the masa paste or batter that we made, and we're going to mix it. Don't stop mixing, guys. That's like the most important part of this is don't stop mixing. Yum. I'm so to have some champurrado. This day, I actually didn't end up drinking all my champurrado because my stomach was a little upset, but I actually want to make some now because this looks so good. All right, so once that comes to a boil, you're going to... Oh, look at me. I'm making sure we used all that masa mixture. All right, so just keep mixing until all that masa dissolves. If it doesn't dissolve right away, like I said, it eventually will. Now we're going to add the next ingredient, which is a big old splash of Mexican vanilla. I'm using the Molina brand because that's the brand that I use, and we're just throwing it in there. And again, keep mixing. See how there's little masa lumps in there? You want to keep mixing until those are gone. All right, so we're going to mix and let all of those little lumps dissolve. And now we're going to add the next ingredient. Yes. For the next ingredient, you want to make sure it's room temperature or warm, and it's 4 cups of milk. Whole milk I used here. 4 cups of whole milk. Super important to not throw cold milk in there because you're going to stop that boiling process for the rest of the ingredients that have already boiled, and we don't want to do that. Now we're going to use our very authentic, I think it's called a rodillo. I might be wrong. I'll put the name here if I'm wrong. It's a tool that they use in Mexico to make the hot chocolate and to froth your hot chocolate. And I just felt like I wanted to be extra fancy, so I used it. And once that came to a boil, we let it sit and cool down a little bit, and we served it. It's a little bit thicker than just milk, but it does thicken as it cools. So Just keep that in mind. And make sure that you're very careful because it's super hot and your kids don't want to burn their mouth. And enjoy it with your favorite pan dulce like I did. I enjoyed it with my pan de muertos, and enjoy. I hope you guys try this, amigas, and I will see you soon. Bye.